So I need to get some.
All right. P1, real numbers. Okay, so the first ones, and just so you know, like a little bit of a difference from your book previously is like there'll be like maybe 4 or 6 problems of each type in here, and then it kind of like rolls to the next thing. So just be aware, but that's why you're not going to see as many of each kind in a lot of cases. But the first one say find the decimal form of the rational number, state whether it repeats or terminates. So you're probably going to want to have your calculator for this, just to speed things up. Number 2, we've got 15 over 99.
Sorry, guys.
Apparently we should have asked Addie if she was dying and not Sophia.
She has that dying cough constant.
Yeah,
Remember in,
she's
like,
had that
seventh
since
grade?
7th grade. You need some green tea. I have. It just doesn't work.
No, I never drank green tea.
I was talking about Coach Hunter used to say that.
She did.
That's why he said it.
All right, 15 over 99. If it repeats, just tell me what it is. Like, tell me, like, where it repeats, and we'll just say that it's repeating.
It repeats.
0.15 repeating.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So this is how we would write it numerically. It is a repeating one, so we can just say that.
Wait, I thought the line meant it repeats.
It is. It says to state whether it repeats or terminates.
Oh.
So I'm doing both parts. It's like there's like a comma. I did this part, now I have to do this part. But yes, the line above it does indicate that it is repeating. For 5 over 37.
It repeats.
You have to say it though.
0.135. I mean, yeah.
And all of it repeats.
Uh-huh.
All right, that's
Wait,
that.
how about if just one number repeats? Like, say it's like 0.135 and then it's just 5.
Then you just
Over
you
five.
just put it over
So
the
you would
5.
still put the word repeat.
Mhm.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
The only way it's terminating is if you get to a point where it totally stops. Like if you did like 1/2, that's terminating because it's just 0.5.
Okay.
All right, the next few problems that we're going to do, it's kind of broken up into little sections. There's like 3 or 4 in each little section. But make sure you pay attention to the instructions. People miss these every year on the quiz and the test because they don't read the instructions for what it's asking. Okay? So the first ones, they say, describe and graph the interval of real numbers. Okay? So, and some of them we'll just kind of like talk about it instead of like writing it out. But number 8, we have close bracket, -3 to +3, all enclosed.
I remember the notes. Writing this.
So this means that every number between -3 and +3 is included, okay, and including those values themselves as the endpoints. So on a graph, this is going to look something like this. We're going to have a bracket here, and fill it in the middle.
That was simple. I couldn't get it, okay?
Addie was having a hard time. All right, now the next one's written out in words instead. So number 10, I've got x is greater than or equal to 2. And less than or equal to 6. So I want to write out in symbols what this is just because I think words can be confusing, and then we'll graph it after that. So I'm going to write this one out as an inequality. So x is greater than or equal to 2 and less than or equal to 6. Does anybody remember how we would want to set that up?
Greater? 9.
So it's 2.
Right?
It'd be 2 less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 6.
Yep. So that tells us that that's between. If we wanted it in interval notation instead, we could write it like this as 2 to 6. And that would be our interval notation. And again, I'm talking about that because as we get into these next few problems where the instructions are giving us a specific way we have to write it, you need to know, am I writing it in inequality form or am I writing it in interval notation? Okay, so this is inequality, this is interval. Now we need to graph it. What would this graph look like then?
A 2?
A 4 and a 6.
And then the little bracket things? On the 2 and the 6.
Yep, and they're facing each other. Goes between. And I think we did this last year, but if you want to use another color when we're doing it on like the quiz or the test, you can use another color so that it's easier to see. If not, then just do something kind of obnoxious with your pencil so that I can see where it is. But using another color is fine. Okay, the next one's use an inequality to describe the interval of real numbers. I'm going to note that here. Okay, so these next couple of problems, we're using an inequality. The ones after that, we'll be using interval notation. So number 12, negative infinity to 4. And 4 is included. So there's a couple different ways I can write this as an inequality. There's one way that you've probably never written it before, and I wouldn't normally write it, but the book on occasion will write it this way. But the way I would write this in general is that means that x is anything less than or equal to 4. So I would just say x is less than or equal to 4, like that. This is how I would do it. Your book, however, will say that negative infinity is less than x is less than or equal to 4.
Why?
Means the exact same thing. It's really unnecessary that they put this. But if you want to write it that way, or if you're checking your answers and you're like, well, I didn't write it that way, totally fine. That's just the notation that they're using. Okay? But the way that I circled is the way I would do it.
Good to know, good to know.
And these ones do not ask us to graph, so I don't need to do anything with that. 14, they start us out with a graph. I'm not going to draw the entire thing. They have a lot of numbers on here, but -2, 1, 0, 1, 2, and looks like there's a bracket at -2, a parentheses at 2, and it's facing inward, like in between. And we're going to write this in inequality notation. So, how would I write this one?
Bracket. Oh wait, is that not right? Oh, you're right, you're right. -2, and then this sign, and then the x, and then that sign again.
No, it's just
Oh.
it's just less than.
What about the other 2?
Yeah, and then you put the 2.
Yeah, that's why I said this
No,
one.
No,
Two
but
meant
it's the
like-
bracket. The bracket makes it.
This is a or equal,
Yeah,
this one
that's
is
why I
not.
put a line underneath it.
You just said and then
Oh.
that sign again.
Well, like the
Okay, I was not looking. All I heard was that sign again, and I was like,
Not that, but that.
Maybe we should call them
The arrow.
less than or
The
equal
alligator?
to.
Oh.
Do we not know what
The
the
alligator
alligator,
was what I
the
was
less
taught.
would work?
Like in 3rd grade when like they had like that. And
The
they had the
alligator
teeth.
eats the bigger number.
Yes.
So we've gone through all up until Precalculus, we didn't know what they were called.
All right. Oh, hold on. All right, we're changing notations now. These next ones want you to write it in interval notation.
Ooh, this is the bracket thing. Getting better every day.
My favorite is when it says like use inequality notation and somebody just like rewrites
I feel like
that.
that's something I would do.
like it should be a pretty dead giveaway. It's not going to just be what I already wrote for you. Okay? So in use interval notation, they're not going to give you an interval to start with because we're going to be writing it that way. So number 18, -7 is less than x is less than -2. And I want to write this as an interval.
Parentheses. -7, comma, -2, and parentheses.
Wow.
Boom.
Good job, Addie.
Nailed it. 20. Again, they're giving me a picture.
Red truck.
Shut up.
Lion.
I'll prove all of you wrong.
I'm winning.
Just gotta wait for the B and C's and right.
What are you doing?
He's gonna prove all of us wrong.
He says there's
On
some
what?
like drink or something. It's
Apple
called Red
juice.
Truck, and none of us
Apple
believe
cider, it's called Red Truck.
it. Never seen it before. Have you seen it before? Yeah.
Ooh.
Y'all, all y'all are getting proved so wrong.
I got this one. Bracket,
Shut up.
-1, comma, infinity, parentheses.
Yep.
Boom.
Wow. Do you still have to turn your paper sideways when you write them?
No, I've grown. It just looks a little bit like an 8, but that's okay. I know what I need.
All right, a slightly different one here. Same instructions, but number 22. X is positive.
Ooh.
What was the point of
It's different.
What, X is greater than 0?
What notation am I supposed to be using?
Oh, I actually spelled poison
Oh,
and not
interesting.
positive.
So it's like
I'm gonna go this way. Oh,
parentheses
I was
0.
Wrong one.
Why is it 0?
because we don't know what X equals.
Because it's got to be greater than 0. That's
Okay.
positive.
Yeah.
And then comma, always.
Mhm.
And then infinity,
Always?
and then end parentheses.
Comma always?
Yep. A lot of people try to tell me 1, so that's why I was like, why is it 0? Yes, it's 0 because anything past 0.00001 is positive. So anything that's not 0, that's greater than that is positive.
Zero
Zero.
is such an odd number.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Actually,
actually nothing.
No, but like it's such like a thing.
It's not odd or even.
It's just
Yeah.
there.
But like, why did they go from like 1 to 0 or 0 to 1 instead of like 1 to -1? It's like, well,
Ew,
why
that's
0?
just.
Because that's a jump of 2.
Yeah. So like if 0 wasn't there, then it would just be a 1 jump.
But that was just.
Well, how would you go from 1 of something to?
When you take a philosophy class, come back and let me know how that goes.
Ooh.
Why would you
Don't
go
know if I'll
from,
be taking one of those.
why would you go from having something to being into debt of something?
I did, and then my teacher was like, he was like, show me 2. And we were like, he was like, that's fingers. And then somebody came and like wrote on the board, and they were like a 2, and he was like, nope, that's a marker.
Then how do you show it too?
You can't.
Oh.
You can show a representation of a 2, but you can't show a 2. And then he was like, you can get closer and closer to something and never be touching it.
True. Atoms never touch.
Are you like
Philosophy class is wild, guys.
That messes with my brain.
Yeah,
Is it
I mean,
required to graduate?
No, I don't really know why I chose to take it. I took it at a secular school also. That was a wild choice. I'd say God was dead at one point, and I was like, no. I was like, I've seen this. There's a whole movie about that. And I was like one of 2 people in the class that
Shut up.
was a Christian. And everybody was like, you're wrong. And I was like, no, actually, you're wrong, but...
You'll find that out one day.
Yeah.
Actually.
My teacher claims he like used to be Catholic.
Catholicism.
Yeah, I don't know. It was very interesting. He was an interesting fellow. I don't know. I enjoyed the class, but it does mess with your brain a little bit.
I feel like
Wait,
that's kind of the
so like
point
I
of
can touch
philosophy.
this, but I'm never like fully.
You're never really touching it.
That is so
Wait,
weird.
what?
Every time you're getting closer and closer to touching it, but you don't ever actually touch it. Technically.
Because magnetic fields between atoms.
I've never
And
taken
then
a class
friction.
like that.
Cells and then
Yeah, and then he was like, God didn't create the world, and like,
Artifact.
who has a spirit, and I'm the only one raising my hand. I was like, cool. Like,
So wait, for me to technically be touching this with my hand has to be like in the bottle, like inside of it, like
that's something totally different then.
oh.
Your eyes.
Yo,
And
because
even
you're not
then, you're
touching
still
it, because
never
you're in the
touching
middle
it.
of
Like, you're not touching the desk that you're sitting in either.
This is so weird.
You're getting closer and closer to it every time, but you're not actually touching it. All right. Convert to inequality notation. Find the endpoints and state whether it is bounded or unbounded. So I have interval notation, -3 to -1 in parentheses. So we'll just go piece by piece. The first thing it wants is it wants it in inequality notation. So how would I rewrite this as an inequality?
-3 is less than x, which is less than -1. Say it faster.
All right. Next thing, it wants the endpoints.
-3 and -1.
Yep. And then it wants to know, is it bounded or unbounded? And then its type, so like open or closed. Probably gonna need to look at your notes to figure that out.
Probably. Bounded, like with a bounty.
Well, it's open.
Well, it is bounded.
Okay.
It is open.
Unbounded.
It is
Okay,
bounded
Yeah, it's bounded and it's open.
and open.
Bounded open.
So,
Wait, how do you know if it's bounded?
so bounded has like,
No infinity
yeah,
sign.
the infinity makes it.
Yeah.
So if it's like,
It has like a distinct stopping point,
okay.
even though it might not be included. That's why it's open.
Good to know. Good to know.
If it's inequality, or inequality. Oh my gosh! If it's an infinity, it is unbounded.
Today was Jack going.
Who's fudge stripes?
I don't know. They've been up there for a bit,
Like, stop.
and I mean that like since yesterday. I don't know. I got news for you. There's been a Bible under Sophia's desk since the first day of school. I don't know if it's still there.
It's gone.
Oh, they finally remembered to take it with them.
That Bible looks so sad. It has so many holes in it. Like from where like they stuck the pencil.
I hope not.
There's only a 7th grader with the one that like ripping up the Jesus head. Awesome.
All right. Next one. A bracket -6 to infinity. So first I need it in inequality notation.
-6 is less than or equal to x, which is less than infinity.
Okay, so you can do that, or you can just say x is greater than or equal to -6. Either way is fine. The way you said it would absolutely work too.
I just had to make it.
Yep, like you did last year. Like literally
Every
that one
year.
question. I don't even remember what the question was.
All right, endpoints.
-6 and never.
Yep, so it really just has one, and it is -6.
It
Trying to
is
trick you, and I
unbounded
couldn't.
and closed.
Yep, unbounded and closed.
Yippee.
Yippee-ki-yay.
See, now
I
this
didn't
is
say
the
all
kind
that.
of math I can get.
Yeah, can you
Stay
speak like
here.
this?
This is the easy part.
Exactly. Let's just stay here.
All right, 38. Use the distributive property to write the factored form or expanded form of the given expression.
We left it.
It's easy. Y minus z cubed times c.
Oh.
Just distribute, it's just written backwards.
So,
C y minus z squared.
Cooper?
CZ cubed.
Yeah. C has to be P cube. Oh, it's cube. I thought it was squared. No.
You are such a
Read the board, dude.
Yeah, I read it.
That's why when he said it, I was like, did he not listen?
He just
I must have zoned out. I don't know.
I know, I like went back and looked, I was like, did I write the wrong thing? Like,
no. Cooper just
Nope, we got there.
didn't think the right thing.
Yours is wrong.
40. We're working the opposite way this time. A cubed Z plus A cubed W. So in this case, we're factoring it out.
So would we get
It would
the
just be
A
C.
cube and take it out?
Yep.
It would be C plus W with A cubed.
Yep. And the A cubed can either go in front or behind. I always write the distributive stuff in front, and it really throws me for a loop when they write it behind. Like,
in
why?
front. Well, it doesn't make sense to work like to right to left.
Yeah. I don't know.
Left, right.
We are not.
Simplify the expression. Assume that variables in the denominator are non-zero. It's just saying that, not to confuse you, but so that you are aware that they can't be zero because I can't have zero in a denominator. 48. In parentheses, 3x squared, all squared, not w, that's y, y to the fourth over 3y squared.
So how does one go about doing such problems?
Okay.
So we got
So
9x
9x.
to the fourth.
So anything, a power raised to a power we multiply. So I've got 3 squared, so that's 9. X squared squared, that's multiply x to the fourth.
Cancel that, and then
You cancel the y's.
Y to the fourth over 3y squared.
So you have
Is that all you do?
so
Well, I'm
it's
not done.
3x
It's got to be
Cube
simplified.
squared
Like 9?
times
Oh,
y
the 3.
squared.
Yep, so 3 and 9 reduce. And then remember we put it where it ain't changed the sign.
So
Was our
minus
manipulated
2.
version. So I'm subtracting 2 from here. So I end up with 3x to the fourth y squared.
Oh, okay. That's easier than I thought.
Stop.
52.
Oh my god. Why do you
Oh
get
boy.
so much?
4a cubed b over a squared b cubed times 3b squared over 2a squared b to the fourth.
This reminds
No, the
me of
fact that
matrices.
you said, oh boy.
All right, take a second and try this one. My recommendation is combine everything on top, combine everything on bottom, then reduce, but up to you how you want to do it. Freeze it to not give away the answer.
Give away the answer.
Hey Cooper, can you do that in your head, please?
He really can't. It's impossible.
Jonah,
What?
I just hope you know that you're one.
Wow.
And remember, no negative exponents at the end, so always move smaller to bigger.
You probably did.
I don't think I got the right answer.
Can exponents be like on the bottom? Like the numerator, denominator?
Yes, they just can't be negative you just can't have negative exponents anywhere. But yes, I do have one in the bottom.
Oh, one.
Well, there's only one exponent, because the other one becomes a one.
Thanks for the spoiler, Cooper.
It's not gonna change anything. No matter what, it's the same. Oh my.
Yeah, I have more than one thing in the bottom. I just only have one exponent in the bottom. One visible exponent, I should say.
Invisible.
One. One.
You don't write the one.
It just becomes itself. Just remember, the closer you get to something, you'll never actually touch it.
I don't even think.
Oh my gosh.
He's like,
I had noodle arm.
You poor kitty.
I was like, are you stretching, asking a question? Like,
Nothing.
pretending to be an elephant?
Elephant.
Jonah.
All right, are we at an answer?
No.
So
It's
maybe.
6 over A times B to the 4th.
Oh, I am right.
Oh.
Wait.
Wow.
I thought you said
Was
one.
that like we're right, or?
I
For
thought
me,
you
that
said
was-
one
yeah,
exponent.
Yeah, I got that.
I did.
I didn't know if I was right or
I
not.
thought he said one. Oh, I might have not. I'm not.
No,
I'm not.
it's A to the
Okay.
1, so it just becomes an A.
Oh, I was thinking
Yeah.
the letter, not the number.
So I combined across the top first to get 12a cubed b cubed over 2a to the 4th b to the 7th. So when we're multiplying things, we add their exponents together. And then I simplified the 12 and the 2 to 6. And then I moved the a cubed and b cubed to the bottom by subtracting
That makes sense.
to get ab to the 4th.
I was thinking when you said no exponent, that A had to leave, and I was really confused. But
No, the 1.
yeah, I understand that now, Cooper.
She even said don't write the 1.
No, I was thinking like trying to get rid of the A in general. Just like no A, but that wouldn't work. That's why I was confused.
All right, to make sure that you're very ready for
So ready.
science class,
No.
Oh no.
Chemistry?
We're not taking
all of the above.
It's still science.
Negative point 0.0000000000000.
How many zeros is that? Is that 3?
1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 0,
Oh
0,
my gosh.
0, 0,
I'm
0,
gonna run out of space.
1, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
10,
5, 6?
100,000,
So I'm 3.
I don't even know.
10,000.
And I want this written in scientific notation because nobody wants to write it this way.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5, 6.
it's. I'm dumb.
You got it.
No, I don't remember it anymore.
So
I like
1,
know, but I
2, 3,
don't.
4, 5, 6, 7,
I think I'm leaning towards the don't know type of.
Yeah, and then, like, I think-
I don't remember.
Yeah, you count how many of those, and then like you put it.
4, 5,
So it's like
7,
negative 16 to the I lost
it's
count.
like-
1, 2, 3, 4.
15, 16, 17.
You went too far.
Isn't it like 6 to the
19?
18, so it's like
18.
6 to the negative 8.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
So it'd be 1.6. Remember, scientific notation can only have a 1 through 9 in front of the decimal. Times 10 to the, when we're moving this direction, it's negative, so negative 19.
Oh, I forgot you have to do times 10.
Yeah.
Hey, we kind of got there.
I was
We
partially
forget
there.
We worked on it.
Kinda like almost-
And in case you want to know what that number is, it is the electric charge in coulombs of an electron.
Aw.
What's
The
that?
electric
I know what
charge in
an
an
electron is.
electron. Yeah, I know what those are.
Protons, neutrons, electrons.
All right, working in the other direction, 66.73 times 10 to the 11th.
60.
So this is, we move 11 to the right. I'm making a bigger number. So that means I'm going to move the decimal 2 over to get through this, and then I'm going to add 9 zeros.
It's like-
Yes.
Because it's got to move 11 spots. I'm moving 2 to finish off the number that I have, and then I need 9 zeros.
673 trillion or something. That's
It's 673 billion.
1, 2,
Oh.
3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I accidentally went
No, even if you went over 1, yeah, then
over. Yeah.
I remember doing this now, guys.
You're so smart.
Last one. 64.
That's a stat.
In parentheses. 3.7 times 10 to the negative 7. Times 4.3 times 10 to the 6th. All over.
What?
2.5 times 10 to the 7th. Now, there's an easier way to think about this than just having to sit here and throw it in a calculator. Okay? I'm going to regroup these things. Everything on top is being multiplied. And the stuff on the bottom is also being multiplied. So I can do a little bit of regrouping here. I think it's easiest if I do this. 3.7 times 4.3 over 2.5 times, and then I've got on top 10 to the negative 7, 10 to the 6 over 10 to the 7. Scientific notation is our only time where I can have a negative exponent and it be okay. So that means I'm going to add these up here. So that's going to be 10 to the negative 1.
Yep.
Cross this out and rewrite that. And then I'm going to subtract the 7 so that I get it up there. So this is going to be times 10 to the negative 8. Then over here, I need to multiply this. I would just grab a calculator at this point to do that. For the sake of time, it's going to be 6.4 rounded. And that's going to be the answer. All right, problems. We don't have a ton of time left just because this is kind of a long section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give at least 20 minutes at the beginning tomorrow to work on it, and probably time to do the notes after that, and then we'll do the next section. If we get through everything, we'll do the next section starting at the end. But if not, then we'll just hit it on Friday, the next section. So you will have time to work on this tomorrow. You should use the last 10 minutes of class to do these today, but it's not homework tonight if you don't finish.
Perfect.
All right, 1 through 21, every other odd.
P1.
29, 37, 39, 47, 51, 57, 61, 63.
Hey Cooper, don't forget to write your name.
It's up there.